The morning sunlight streamed through the kitchen windows, casting a warm glow over the small table where Eric and Mei sat. Mei picked at her toast absent-mindedly, her coffee growing cold as she stared into the cup. Eric sat across from her, his fork paused mid-air as he studied her face. Eric gently, "You're quiet this morning. Thinking about dinner?" Mei nodded, her lips pressing into a thin line. "Mei, I can't help it. I keep going over every possible scenario in my head. What if they figure out I'm hiding something? What if they don't approve of you when they finally meet you?" Eric set his fork down and reached across the table, taking her hand in his. "Eric, Mei, stop. You're going to drive yourself crazy. Your parents love you. Even if they don't agree with everything right away, they'll come around. They just need time." Mei let out a shaky laugh. "Mei, time? You've met my mom. Patience isn't exactly her strong suit." Eric smirking, "True, but you're tougher than you think. You've handled every curveball life's thrown at you. This is just another challenge." Mei sighed, her thumb tracing small circles on Eric's hand. "Mei, I just don't want them to feel like I've lied to them. I know keeping our marriage a secret was the right decision for us, but I can't shake this guilt." Eric squeezed her hand, his voice steady. "Eric, it's not a lie, Mei. It's a delay. We wanted to protect what we have until the time felt right to share it. And whenever that moment comes, we'll face it together." She looked up at him, her anxiety softening under the warmth of his gaze. "Mei, how do you stay so calm about all this? Aren't you worried about what they'll think of you?" "Eric, of course I am. But what matters more to me is what you think. As long as we're solid, I can handle whatever comes our way." Her lips curved into a small smile, and she took a bite of toast, feeling slightly less weighed down. "Mei, you always know what to say. It's annoying how good you are at this." Eric grinning, "Part of my charm. Besides, tonight isn't just about them sizing me up when the time comes. It's also about them seeing how amazing their daughter is." Mei chuckled, the tension in her shoulders easing. "Mei, you always know how to make me feel better." Eric stood, walking around the table to kiss the top of her head. "Eric, it's my job. Now, finish your breakfast. You'll need your strength to handle tonight. And remember, you're not alone in this." She nodded, a renewed sense of determination flickering in her chest. As she watched him start to clear the table, she silently thanked the universe for bringing him into her life, knowing she could face whatever dinner had in store with him by her side even if not physically tonight. The hum of the office seemed louder than usual as Mei sat at her desk, her fingers hovering over her keyboard. A spreadsheet flickered on her screen, numbers blurring together as her mind drifted to dinner with her parents that evening. She shook her head, trying to refocus, but the knot in her stomach only tightened. Mariah appeared at her desk, holding 2 steaming cups of coffee. Mariah placing one down, "Emergency caffeine delivery. You look like you've been up all night." Mei sighing, "Thanks. Wasn't, but I might as well have been. Couldn't stop thinking about tonight." Mariah, "Did Eric sleep okay last night?" Mei, "I hope he did. I stayed at the apartment all night, just in case my parents came back." Amber sauntered over, a clipboard in hand but no actual intention of working. "Amber, oh no. Are they grilling you again? Or is this the casual 'why aren't you married yet' dinner?" Mei, "Probably both. They want to see the apartment tomorrow, so tonight's dinner is the warm-up interrogation." Amber and Mariah exchanged a knowing look. Mariah, "Okay, we've got your back. What's on your agenda today? We'll help keep you distracted." Mei glanced at her to-do list. Mei, a department report due by noon, a client presentation after lunch, and a mountain of emails. But no matter how much I do, I can't stop thinking about how this is all going to go. Amber pulled out a chair and sat backward on it. "Amber, here's what you do. Pretend you're pitching to a tough client, calm, confident, but never giving away too much. You'll be fine." Mariah grinning, "And if all else fails, just remind yourself of Eric's face. That'll get you through anything." Mei chuckled despite herself, taking a sip of coffee. The hours crawled by, with Mei bouncing between tasks. She wrapped up her report and moved on to preparing for the presentation. Yet, her mind kept wandering. What if they figure out the truth? What if they hate Eric? She shook her head, frustrated at herself. Mariah peeked over her cubicle. Mariah, lunch break? You look like you're in desperate need of a breather. Mei, can't. Presentation's at 1, and I'm only halfway done. Amber, well, tell that to Eric. He's outside waiting for you. Eric leaned against his car, holding out a takeout bag as Mei approached him. She looked tired, her usual confident stride subdued. He smiled, hoping to lift her spirits, and handed her the bag. Eric, thought you could use a break. Your favorite pad thai, extra spice, no peanuts. Mei took the bag with a small smile, her fingers brushing against his. Mei, you're too good to me, you know that. Eric grinning, I aim to please. Plus, I figured you'd forget to eat otherwise. You get that look when you're overthinking. She sighed, leaning against the car next to him and opening the bag. Mei, you're not wrong. My brain's been on a loop all morning. I don't know how I'm supposed to act tonight. Eric, like yourself. That's all you need to do. Mei shot him a doubtful glance as she twirled noodles onto her fork. Mei, easy for you to say. You're not the one who has to dodge their questions and pretend everything is fine when it's clearly not. Eric's expression softened, and he reached for her free hand. Eric, I know it's not easy. But Mei, you've been carrying this weight by yourself for too long. Dinner is just dinner. Don't overthink it. Talk to them, listen, and if the moment feels right, let them see the real you, the Mei I know. They'll love you for it. She took a bite of noodles, chewing thoughtfully before responding. Mei, it's not just about me, Eric. It's about us. And if they don't accept you, I don't know what I'll do. Eric, you'll handle it, because that's who you are. And I'll be right here, ready to face whatever comes. I'm not going anywhere. She set her food down and leaned against his shoulder, the midday sun warming her face. Mei, you make everything sound so simple. Eric teasing, that's because I'm brilliant. And ridiculously charming. Mei laughed despite herself, the tension in her chest easing slightly. Mei, I don't deserve you. Eric, seriously, you deserve everything, Mei. And tonight, no matter how it goes, we'll figure it out. Together. She tilted her head to look at him, her smile returning. Mei, you always know what to say, don't you? Eric, it's a gift. Now, eat up. You'll need your strength for all the smiling and nodding you're about to do. She chuckled, picking up her food again. Mei, thanks for coming out here, Eric. Didn't realize how much I needed this. Eric, always, babe. Now go back in there and show your coworkers who's boss. I'll see you tonight, okay? She nodded, feeling steadier as she stood. Mei, okay. Wish me luck. Eric, you don't need it. You've got this. As she walked back toward the building, she glanced over her shoulder to see Eric watching her with that familiar, grounding smile. For the first time all day, she felt like she could breathe. The presentation went smoothly, though Mei felt like she was on autopilot. As soon as she got back to her desk, her phone buzzed with a message from her mother. Looking forward to dinner tonight, sweetheart. Don't be late. Mei stared at the screen, a fresh wave of anxiety washing over her. Amber noticed and walked over. Amber, message from the rents. Mei nodding, they're excited. I'm terrified. Mariah joining them, you've got this. Remember, you're a boss at everything else, this is just another challenge. Mei smiled weakly, but their words helped steady her. The rest of the day dragged, her nerves growing with each passing hour. As she packed up to leave, Amber and Mariah both hugged her. Mariah, text us if you need an emergency call to bail you out. Amber, or if you need us to come accidentally interrupt dinner. We're only a cab ride away. Mei laughing softly, thanks, you too. I'll let you know how it goes. As she headed out the door, her heart felt heavier than her laptop bag, but she drew strength from the support of her friends. The clinking of glasses and soft murmur of other diners filled the cozy restaurant as Mei sat across from her parents. She tried to focus on her menu, her palms slightly damp. Her parents, however, were already watching her intently, their menus untouched. Mother, Mei, darling, how's work? Are you keeping up with everything? You're not overworking yourself, are you? Mei smiled tightly, setting the menu down. Mei, work is great, Ma. Busy as always, but I can handle it. My team is amazing. Father nodding approvingly, that's good. Strong work ethic is important. But you know, Mei, work isn't everything. You've established yourself enough, haven't you? Mother jumping in, exactly. You're 26 now. It's time to think about the bigger picture. Have you been meeting anyone special? Mei's smile faltered. She instinctively reached for her water glass, sipping slowly as she composed herself. Mei, not really, Ma. You know I've been focused on my career. Father, career is important, but it won't keep you warm at night. You need a partner, someone to build a life with. Mother, and grandchildren, Mei. You don't want your eggs to dry up and die. Do you want to grow old and be alone? It's heartbreaking to think about. Mei nearly choked on her water. She set the glass down carefully, taking a deep breath. Mei, Ma, I'm not going to be old and alone. I have plenty of time. Mother interrupting, time. Time isn't endless, Mei. You're not a child anymore. A good man, a stable marriage, these things take time to build. You can't wait forever. Father, we're not trying to pressure you, but this is what's best for you. We love you, Mei. We want to see you happy, with a family of your own. Mei's mind raced for an escape route. Mei forcing a laugh, well, speaking of family, how's Auntie Lin? Has she settled in her new apartment yet? Mother waving her hand dismissively, Auntie Lin is fine. Stop changing the subject. Mei, you need to take this seriously. Father, your mother's right. We're not being unreasonable. We just want what's best for you. Is that so hard to understand? Mei clenched her napkin in her lap, the familiar knot of guilt tightening in her stomach. She felt like a teenager again, unable to meet their expectations. Mei softly, I know you're doing this because you care. Mother, exactly. Because we love you. Mei, okay. I'll sincerely work on it. I'll try to meet your approval. Her parents exchanged pleased looks, their expressions softening. Father, that's all we ask, Mei. Just try. You're an incredible daughter, and we know you'll find someone worthy of you. Mother smiling, and we'll help. You don't have to do this alone. Mei nodded, a tight smile on her lips, though her heart felt heavier than ever. As the conversation turned to lighter topics, Mei's thoughts lingered on Eric, their secret marriage, and the life they were building. How long could she keep up this act? Would they ever accept the truth? Her parents' laughter pulled her back to the present. For now, she would play the role they wanted, but the weight of the unspoken truth loomed over her like a storm cloud. Mei stepped into Eric's house, her shoulders sagging with exhaustion. She dropped her bag onto the entryway table and let out a deep sigh, kicking off her shoes. Eric looked up from the couch where he'd been lounging, a book in his hand, and immediately set it aside. Eric, rough night? Mei walking toward him, you have no idea. She sank onto the couch next to him, leaning her head against his shoulder. He wrapped an arm around her, pressing a kiss to her temple. Eric, tell me everything. Mei, dinner started fine, and then surprised they launched into the full interrogation. First, they grilled me about my job, like they're convinced I'm secretly unemployed or something. Eric chuckled, his hand rubbing soothing circles on her back. Eric, sounds like a fun appetizer. And then? Mei groaning, then came the why aren't you married yet lecture. They don't want my eggs to dry up and die. And they're terrified I'll end up old and alone. I tried changing the subject, but they wouldn't let it go. Eric's laughter bubbled up, and Mei pulled back to glare at him. Mei, why are you laughing? This isn't funny. Eric grinning, oh, come on. It's a little funny. The irony's killing me. Your parents are desperate for you to get married, and here you are, already married. To me. They'd probably throw a parade if they knew. Mei rolling her eyes, yeah, right after they killed us both for not telling them. Eric's expression softened as he tilted her chin up to look at him. Eric, you know we'll figure this out, right? Together. We've been doing pretty well so far. Mei, I know. It's just hard. I hate lying to them, but I also hate feeling like I have to prove myself to them all the time. Eric nodded, brushing a strand of hair behind her ear. Eric, okay, so let's strategize. What's the game plan for their next interrogation? We could stage a few accidental hints that you're seeing someone amazing and slowly ease them into the idea. Mei arching an eyebrow, you mean accidentally leave my ring on the table or casually mention my boyfriend? That's risky. Eric, true, but it might soften the blow when we eventually tell them. Or we go all in, hire actors to play fake disapproving in-laws to make me look like the hero. They couldn't help but laugh, the tension in her shoulders easing just a bit. Mei, you're ridiculous. Eric grinning, and you love me for it. Mei shook her head, standing and stretching. Mei, I've had enough scheming for one night. I'm taking a shower. I feel like I've been carrying my parents' expectations on my back all day. Eric watching her with a soft smile. Take your time. I'll be here when you're done. As Mei disappeared into the bathroom, the sound of running water filling the house, Eric leaned back against the couch. His mind wandered to their growing list of challenges but also to how far they'd come together. When Mei returned, her hair damp and her face freshly scrubbed, she slipped under the blanket on the couch next to Eric. Mei sighing, I just want to sleep next to you tonight. Is that okay? Eric pulling her close, it's more than okay. You're home. Mei smiled against his chest, the weight of the evening easing as she let herself relax in the comfort of Eric's arms. For all the stress her parents caused, she was grateful to have Eric to face it with. Together, they'd find a way. The morning sunbathed the quaint coffee shop in a warm glow as Mei parked her car outside. Eric, sitting in the passenger seat, smiled as he glanced at the cozy establishment. Eric, you're finally going to see why I swear this place makes the best coffee in town. Mei teasing, it better be worth it. You've been hyping it up for months. They walked in, the smell of fresh coffee and baked goods wrapping around them like a comforting hug. After placing their orders, they found a small table by the window. Mei sipped her latte, already feeling the tension of the previous evening starting to melt away. The early morning crowd buzzed around them, but Mei's attention was on Eric as he stirred his Colombian espresso with an absent-minded smile. Mei, you were right. This is good. Eric grinning, told you. They don't mess around here. Best coffee in town. And their breakfast sandwiches. Legendary. Eric glanced out the window and froze. Mei chuckled, taking a sip of her own drink, when she suddenly noticed Eric's expression shift. His gaze locked onto the parking lot outside, where her parents' car was pulling in. Eric, oh. Mei frowning, what? Eric leaning forward, lowering his voice, Mei, don't panic, but your parents just parked outside. Eric gestured subtly toward the parking lot. Mei turned her head just enough to spot her parents getting out of their car. Her eyes widened, and her heart rate shot up. Mei, oh no. What? Here? Now? What are they doing here? Eric calmly, relax. Act natural. They probably just came for breakfast. Mei, natural? They're going to recognize you. What do we do? Eric smirking, simple. You brought me here as a reward for fixing things around your apartment. That's it? Just follow my lead. Before Mei could argue, the bell above the door jingled, and her parents stepped in. Their eyes scanned the room and landed on her. Their faces lit up with recognition as they approached the table. Mei Yen, Mei. What a surprise. Mei forcing a smile, hi, Mom, Dad. This is Eric. Her parents' expressions shifted as they recognized him. Mr. Yen, wait, aren't you the handyman from Mei's building? Eric stood and extended a hand confidently. Eric, I wouldn't call myself a handyman, but I was able to help Mei with some things at her place, yes. It's good to see you, both, again. Mrs. Yen eyeing him curiously, what are you doing here with Mei? Eric smiling, she wanted to thank me for all the help. Treated me to a cup of coffee. I'm not hard to bargain with. They nodded quickly, sipping her drink to hide her nerves. Mr. Yen, so, what do you do, Eric? Eric took his seat, his demeanor steady and composed. Eric, I own a logistics company. We handle supply chain operations for various businesses. It's challenging work, but I enjoy it. Mr. Yen raising an eyebrow, a logistics company, you say? Interesting. Her parents exchanged a look, impressed but cautious. Mrs. Yen, and how do you know Mei? Eric meeting their gaze without hesitation, we met a few months ago. She's incredible smart, funny, and driven. We became good friends, and I've admired her ever since. She's also mentioned how important her family is to her, so I've been giving her pointers. It's a pleasure to finally get a chance to chat with you both. Mei felt her face flush, both from Eric's sincerity and her parents' scrutiny. Mrs. Yen's eyes narrowed slightly, her gaze drifting to Eric's hand. Mrs. Yen, you're wearing a wedding ring. Eric nodding, I am. I'm newly married. My wife and I are expecting our first child, actually. We're very excited. Mei nearly choked on her coffee, but Eric's calm tone deflected any suspicion. Mr. Yen nodding approvingly, congratulations. Family is important. Is she local? Eric, she is. We're both building our lives here. Before the questions could go any further, Eric glanced at his watch and leaned toward Mei. Eric, sorry to interrupt, but Mei, don't you have to get to work soon? You know how Amber and Mariah get if they don't get their coffee fix. Mei caught his hint and quickly stood. Mei looking at her watch, oh, you're right? Thanks for the reminder. I should get going. She stood, grabbing her bag and coat. Her parents rose too, clearly reluctant to let the conversation end. She hugged her parents goodbye. She moved to the counter to order 2 more lattes. On her way out, she couldn't resist glancing back. Mrs. Yen, we'll see you soon, Mei. Don't be a stranger while we're in town. Mei, of course, Mom. Dad. It was nice seeing you. She turned to Eric, her expression slightly uncertain. Eric, thanks for coffee, Eric. I'll call you later. Mei smiling, you're welcome, and thank you, for everything. Tell the wife I said hi. Eric, can and will do. Eric was still seated and continued calmly chatting with her parents. She caught snippets of his voice explaining the menu options with the same charm he always carried. Her stomach churned with uncertainty, but there was something comforting in the sight of Eric holding his own. As she slipped out the door, she couldn't help but smile. Mei to herself, he's got this. Mei sighed, her nerves still buzzing as she got into her car. She wasn't sure how Eric's conversation with her parents would go, but if anyone could handle their grilling with grace and confidence, it was him. Still, she couldn't shake the butterflies in her stomach as she drove back to work. Mei hurried into the office, balancing 2 lattes in a tray and her own drink in the other hand. Her mind raced as she made her way to Mariah and Amber's desks. They both looked up, surprised but pleased, as she set the lattes down. Amber grinning, wow, latte delivery. What's the occasion? Mariah sniffing her cup, smells like guilt. What happened, Mei? Mei sighing, setting her bag down, you're not entirely wrong. So, Eric and I were at his favorite coffee shop this morning, and guess who showed up? My parents. Both women froze, their eyes widening. Amber, wait, what? Your parents? Like, unplanned surprise attack. Mei nodding, exactly. They just walked in. Eric spotted them first, thank goodness, and told me to play it cool. He even told them I brought him there as a reward for helping with the apartment. Mariah, smart move. So, how did it go? Mei, it was tense. They grilled him about his job, how he knows me, the usual. And they noticed his wedding ring. Amber raising her eyebrows, oh, no. What did he say? Mei, he said he's newly married and expecting a child with his wife. Both Amber and Mariah burst out laughing, almost spilling their lattes. Amber wiping her eyes, classic Eric. Talk about dodging a bullet and adding his own twist. Mariah, please tell me your parents didn't connect any dots. Mei shaking her head, I don't think so. He was so calm and confident. Honestly, I think they were impressed. As the laughter settled, Mei suddenly froze, her eyes widening in panic. Mei, oh no. Oh no, no, no. Amber startled, what? What happened? Mei groaning, I had the car. Eric stranded at the coffee shop. I left him there with my parents. Amber and Mariah exchanged a glance before bursting into laughter again. Amber trying to talk through her laughter, wait so you mean? Eric is stuck at the coffee shop. With your parents? Mariah grinning, talk about a hostage situation. Poor guy. Mei pacing, this isn't funny. What if they ask too many questions? What if they figure it out? Oh, he must be so annoyed with me right now. Amber stood up, grabbing Mei by the shoulders to stop her frantic pacing. Amber calmly, Mei, breathe. Eric's got this. If anyone can charm his way out of an interrogation with your parents, it's him. Mariah nodding, and let's be real, Eric's probably having fun with this. He's weirdly good under pressure. Mei, but what if? Amber interrupting, no what ifs. He's fine. If it makes you feel better, call him and check in, during lunch. But stop freaking out, okay? Mariah, and if your parents really figure it out, well, you were going to have to tell them eventually. Mei sighed, their words sinking in, though her nerves still buzzed. Mei muttering, I can't believe I left him there. I'm the worst wife ever. Amber smirking, worst wife? Mei, you brought him to breakfast, saved him from making his own coffee, and gave him the spotlight with your parents. You're doing great. Mei managed a small laugh, her friends teasing helping to steady her nerves. Mei smiling weakly, thanks, you too. I'll text him, later, and see how he's doing. Mei sat in her car in the office parking lot, the remnants of her salad forgotten in its container as she stared at her phone. Her stomach churned not from the food, but from the lingering anxiety about the morning. She finally took a deep breath and dialed Eric's number. He answered on the second ring. Eric cheerfully, hey, babe. Taking a break from work? Mei hesitantly, yeah, I needed to call you. I've been worrying about this all day. Are you? Okay. How did you even get home? Eric laughed softly, his warm, easygoing tone already easing her nerves. Eric, I'm fine, Mei. Your parents didn't bite or anything. And Sean was nearby, so he picked me up. Crisis averted. Mei groaning, I can't believe I left you there. I was so flustered I wasn't thinking straight. Eric, it's not a big deal. Honestly, I had fun. Your parents are intense, but they're good people. I can see where you get your fire. Mei, you're being way too kind. They didn't scare you off. Eric teasing, not even close. Although your dad did grill me like I was applying for a job. He even asked about my 5-year plan. Mei groaned again, burying her face in her hands. Mei, oh no, that sounds like him. What did you say? Eric proudly, well, of course you know me. Drown them in details. I rattled off my 5-year plan. I told him about a few ideas I had to make the logistics company more efficient. I told them about my plan is to continue to grow as a loving husband and father. Making sure my wife and our future child are happy and secure by having my life insurance policies in place. Then it was time for me to turn the tables. I asked your parents what they thought about my plans and how I could improve them. Mei felt her heart swell, a mix of pride and guilt washing over her. Mei softly, you're amazing, you know that. Eric, I try. Mei, what about the wedding ring? Did they ask about it again? Eric chuckling, nope. Didn't give it a second thought. Mei, wow. Eric, I told them about some of the challenges I've had. Your mother said that's how life works sometimes, but never give up on your dreams. Then your dad chimed in about how it's important to keep the spark alive in marriage. They were very encouraging and pretty insightful. Mei exhaled deeply, some of her tension melting away. Mei, so they didn't figure it out. Eric, nope. I was careful, and they didn't push too hard. They actually seemed to like me. Your mom even asked for my opinion on the coffee shop menu before they left. Mei surprised, wait, really? Eric, yep. By the time I left, we were chatting about croissants and lattes. I think I won them over. Mei laughed, her earlier panic now feeling silly. Mei, of course, you'd charm your way out of it. I should have known. Eric, hey, it's my secret superpower. Mei grinning, thank you, Eric. For everything. I don't know how you stay so calm through all of this. Eric, because I love you, Mei. And because I know we'll handle whatever comes our way, together. Mei smiled, her heart full. Mei, you always know the right thing to say. Eric teasing, I've had practice. Now, go finish your lunch before Mariah and Amber come looking for you. I'll see you tonight. Mei, okay. Love you. Eric, love you too. As she ended the call, Mei leaned back in her seat, feeling lighter. Despite the chaos of the day, she knew she and Eric were a team and they'd face whatever came next, side by side. Mei sat at her desk, typing furiously on her keyboard while sipping on an iced coffee. The office was humming with quiet activity when her phone buzzed on the desk beside her. Seeing Mom flash across the screen, her stomach tightened. She glanced at the clock. It was mid-morning, plenty of time for her parents to throw her off balance. With a deep breath, Mei swiped to answer. Mei, hi, Mom. Mrs. Yen's cheerful voice greeted her. Mrs. Yen, Mei. How's work? Are they treating you well? Mei, it's fine, Mom. Busy as usual. What's up? Mrs. Yen, well, your father and I were just talking about you. Mei's grip on the phone tightened slightly. Mei, oh? What about? Her mom's tone shifted, becoming pointed but still pleasant. Mrs. Yen, why you haven't found a good man yet, of course. Someone stable, like that Eric from the coffee shop. A man with a respectable job who can take care of you. Mei nearly choked on her coffee. Mei, Eric. Mom, he's married. Remember, we talked about that. Mrs. Yen, yes, but a man like him. Successful, polite, and family-oriented. Honestly, Mei, we're just worried about you. You're not getting any younger, and you don't want to miss your chance for a good husband. Mei pressed her forehead into her hand, forcing herself to stay calm. Mei, Mom, I know you're concerned, but I'm fine. Really. I'm just focused on work right now. Mr. Yen in the background, tell her we don't want her eggs drying up. Mrs. Yen's voice returned, slightly softer but no less insistent. Mrs. Yen, we say these things because we love you, Mei. But that's not why I called. Mei blinked, sitting up straighter. Mei, it's not? Mrs. Yen, no, dear. Your father and I were thinking, since it's Saturday tomorrow, we should spend the day together. Maybe brunch and some shopping. It's been so long since we've had a proper family outing. Mei's mind raced. Brunch and shopping would mean hours with her parents, tiptoeing around topics like Eric, marriage, and grandchildren. Mei, that sounds nice, Mom. What time were you thinking? Mrs. Yen, how about 10? We can pick you up from your place. And your father wants to see your apartment. He has some ideas for how to make it more inviting. Mei froze. Mei, my place? It's not really ready for visitors right now. I've been redecorating. Mrs. Yen, don't be silly. We won't judge and we would also like to help you. See you tomorrow, Mei. Before Mei could protest further, the call ended. She stared at the phone, her heart pounding. From across the office, Mariah noticed her distressed look and wandered over, Amber trailing behind. Mariah. What happened? You look like you've seen a ghost. Mei sighing, my parents want to spend the day with me tomorrow. Brunch, shopping, the works. And they want to come to my apartment. Amber wincing, yikes. Didn't we just stage it for the last encounter? Mei, exactly. And now I have to keep it up, act normal, and survive a full day with them grilling me about why I'm not married and popping out grandkids. Mei leaned against her desk, the phone pressed to her ear. Her conversation with her parents was still swirling in her mind as Eric picked up, his voice warm and familiar. Eric, hey, Mei. Everything okay? Mei let out a heavy sigh, the sound of his voice already helping her relax. Mei, define okay. Eric chuckling, that bad, huh? What happened? Mei, I just got off the phone with my mom. She and my dad want to spend the day with me tomorrow. Brunch, shopping, and they want to come to my apartment. Eric paused, clearly trying to process. Eric, didn't we just stage your apartment like 2 days ago? That wasn't enough. Mei, apparently not. And of course, they managed to slip in a whole speech about how I need to find a man like you, successful, polite, family-oriented. Eric laughed, a deep, genuine sound that made Mei's frustration soften slightly. Eric, so, I'm the benchmark now. I'm flattered. Mei groaning, Eric, it's not funny. You're relentless. They said things like, we don't want your eggs drying up and, you don't want to die old and alone. I can't win with them. Eric teasing, well, for what it's worth, your eggs are safe with me. Mei rolled her eyes but couldn't help smiling. Mei, you're impossible. Eric, you love it. So, what's the plan for tomorrow? Do you want me to be on standby? Mei, I don't even know what the plan is. They're picking me up at 10, and I just have to survive the day. I'll need a solid strategy for dodging their questions, though. Eric, you'll do fine. You always do. But if you need backup, I can swing by accidentally and save you. Mei smiling, thanks, but I don't think that'll help. If anything, it might make things worse. Eric, maybe. But Mei, don't let them get in your head, okay? You're doing the best you can. And if they keep pushing, just remind yourself that you're not alone in this anymore. We're a team now. Mei's chest tightened at his words, the weight of her worries easing slightly. Mei, you always know what to say. Eric, it's part of my charm. Now, finish up your work, come home, and we'll talk more about how to handle the Mei Parent Olympics tomorrow. Mei laughing, the Mei Parent Olympics. Really? Eric, hey, it's a competitive sport at this point. Gold medal's all yours. Mei, thanks, Eric. Really? I don't know what I'd do without you. Eric, good thing you don't have to find out. I'll see you later, okay? Mei, okay. Love you. Eric, love you too. As Mei ended the call, she felt a little steadier. Thank you for listening to If at All Modern. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, share and hit that notification bell for more from this series.